What's up, agents, and welcome back to a vendor reset video for the 6th of May 2025. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Happy 3.3 day and master mission day. We're going to run through this quickly as we can. So there's not a lot going on at the base of operations. It's pretty much all trash, but it's good to point out the HG chest piece here for materials for stacking up before that goes away. Let's move on. The clan vendor has got a grown great, just like me if you really want one, a Hunter's Fury chest piece with maxed out headshot damage, an Aegis chest piece, and some true Patriot gloves, but sadly they've got weapon handling on, so not that good. The everything else though is pretty trash. There's nothing worth picking up here at all. Again, there's some Zeodoka if you're short on materials, and these could be crit chance, crit damage, but not really best in slot. Badger Tough backpack, I need Badger Tough materials desperately, so I'm going to be picking these up. But nothing special, so let's move on. Countdown vendor is looking spicy. There's a Carnage if you want to change this swap speed to critical hit chance. Not a lot of optimization needed. A best in slot absolutely could not be better sacrifice with crit chance, crit damage, a little bit of optimization and rework on this. Really cheap. Definitely pick this up if you've not got one. A Glory Days where you need to change the reload speed, but the gun itself is terrible. This is absolutely best in slot this week. Over at the theatre, there is the Jazz Hands shotgun if you want it, but it needs a bit of work. Damage target out to cover it for sure. There's also a double barrel with brazen on. You could change this critical hit chance to damage target out of cover, and that could be pretty good, especially with next season. An 1886 with breadbasket and optimal range, that is trash. Healer Guard gloves with Hasbro on, these could be good, especially as the core attribute is rolled for some kind of tank build. And then everything else is trash, so let's move on. Down at the castle, there's a forge if you want to pick it up. Unfortunately, it's got skill haste on, so not the best. The guns are not great. There is a Sokolov mask with headshots. If you're doing a headshot SMG build, that might be good. Same with this Legatus holster. Could be crit chance, crit damage fairly easily with not a lot of optimization. We've got some trash mods, so let's move on. Checking out the campus, there's a relic with damage target out of cover on if you want it, but perfect determined is not as good as regular determined. There is nothing much else going on. There's a HG mask if you need materials. It's got crit damage on, but again, no good. A Healer Guard holster for a tank build. It's already got Hasbro on. That might be good. Everything else though is garbage, so let's move on. DZ West has got a Baker's Dozen if you want to change the optimal range to damage target out of cover. That's not terrible. There's an ACRSS, but unfortunately it's got Sadist and Headshot on. You'd have to change the Headshot to damage target out of cover and run a bleed build. We've got some True Patriot gloves that are really good because they've got crit chance on. Ongoing Directive Knees, again really good because they've got critical hit damage on. Providence gloves with crit chance on. These are good, but you probably wouldn't use them maybe if you're a starter player. And we've got some trash mods, so let's move on. DZ East has got a new reliable if you want it. Just needs a little bit of work, but it's got crit chance already on, so that is great. A relic again with damage target out to cover on, but it needs a lot of marksman rifle optimization. Will cost you a small fortune. Aces and Eights mask again low on the optimization. A negotiator's holster that's not too bad. Just change the weapon handling off to whatever you need. We've got yeah, that's not good, and everything else is trash. So let's just move on. Alright, so DZ South has got a Liquid Engineer, which is almost perfect with crit chance and headshot. If you've not got one, just pick this up, change the core attribute to weapon damage and do with this until you get a crit chance, crit damage one. Damage target out to cover T821 if you want it. Pretty good, I guess. First wave is no good. We've got an Aces and Eights backpack, a Cavalier chest piece, some rubbish 511. There is a Hannah U chest piece here. Status effects and repair skills, not the best though with Spotter, unfortunately. Let's just move on. Checking out Haven, there's a PP19, but it's not as good as my PP because this one is trash. There's a RPK74, really good. Crit chance already on and unhinged. Definitely pick one of these up if you've not got one that is good already. There is a China Light backpack with repair skills and skill damage on. Not the best, because you could have to change the talent to something skill related and keep repair skills, but just in case you need one nonetheless. Zeodoka gloves with headshot damage on, not best in slot, but you might need them for something. We've got a bunch of trash mods. Let's go and see Roy. Looking for Roy to save us. I mean, he's not going to do a good job of it today, unfortunately. He's just got a lot of rubbish. Maybe these Fenris knees could be crit chance, crit damage, but there's other best in slot alternatives. Everything else, though, is terrible. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, agents, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.